not everyone here today or listening may or may not have children. However, this affects many people that you may know. When it comes to school uniforms, I think that school uniforms is a very positive reinforcement to have in a school. It can mean a lot of things. It can show structure, it can show children how to dress, but I think most importantly, along with saving parents money with the financial issues of having to buy children the latest and greatest clothes out there, because kids are so worried nowadays of being bullied. So I think the school uniform will help with this bullying, because everyone will be dressing alike. There's no one to worry about what someone else looks like, because everyone will be dressed the same. For instance, the only thing would be shoes or bows or any accessories to that. But people or kids more likely would be going to school focusing on schoolwork and not be so worried about thinking about that someone's going to make fun of their shirt or their pants or anything like that. It So that's a pretty good percentage of kids out there that are being bullied for many reasons. So alone, school is pressure, along with bringing of all the things that are out there for kids to wear, different kind of clothing and stuff like that. And some people may not be more fortunate than others, so they are less fortunate. But this will help the kids structure, just focus on their school, focus on their academics, getting good grades, passing to the next grades, just more worried about just focusing on themselves and not what everyone else thinks about them in and or around them. So like I said, you may not have children yourself, but we each know someone that does have kids. We see in the news all the time kids getting bullied for many reasons. That is unacceptable. But I think that school uniforms will be a very good idea to help with the school bullying and just with a lot of things in general. Statistics say that 28% of students, U.S. students in 6th to 12th grade experience bullying, and 20% of students in 9th to 12th grade experience bullying. That's a pretty high percentage of kids that experience bullying, which is unacceptable. So I think that school uniforms can help eliminate with the bullying. It not for say that every student that gets bullied has something to do with their uniform, but it has something to do, I'm sure, with forming their own groups, because X person doesn't like what Y person's wearing, or, they may not be fortunate enough to buy what's straight up on the stores or the newest thing. Some children may have to go to thrift stores and buy their clothes due to lack of funds, and that's okay, except that kids are more focused on materialistic things, and in the real world, education is what matters. So I think that having uniforms can really help structure these children and to focus on what's important. Like I said, getting an education. So I think that we can all agree here that school uniforms, I think, is probably one of the best things that we could do to enforce in our schools. It saves parents money. It makes everyone uniformed and equal as far as what they're wearing. And teachers and staff can just focus on teaching instead of hearing people giggle about what type of clothes this person's wearing, or she has something that this person doesn't like, or he's wearing something that's inappropriate. It will eliminate many factors, because everyone will be looking the same. So I think that when you hear on the radio, you hear on Facebook, you hear on the news, someone's being bullied, we can think back and say, well, hey, if we all look the same, maybe that would make a difference, to help with this. So I think that enforcing school uniforms would be a really good policy for parents and students, even though students may not agree with parents at the time. But I think that school uniforms should be mandatory at every school. So we shall see.